And to me, this is why this is so incredibly damaging for Diddy, because the one person that visually incriminates him more than anything else is Cassie Ventura, his ex-girlfriend. She is the person he was seen in that video that he ran down the hallway half naked, grabbed her, yanked her, threw her to the floor, kicked her, threw a vase at her. The behavior was despicable, and it's incredibly incriminating. To me, if you're the prosecution and you can use that video to smear P. Diddy, that's bad. That's very bad. I mean, I just don't know what to say about it. I really, really don't. Because, again, I'm not trying to convict the brother in the court of public opinion, nor am I trying to let him off. I'm trying to let the facts bear themselves out. But with the litany of charges and allegations that have been thrown in his direction, I can't imagine anything more incriminating than her. She's the last person that I would have expected to testify on behalf of the prosecution. I thought somehow, some way, Diddy and his defense team would have prevented that part from happening. That's not going to happen. And think about it, whatever they ask, ladies and gentlemen, just pause for a second. Just close your eyes for a second. And just imagine that when your eyes were open just a few seconds earlier, you saw that video in the Intercontinental Hotel, I believe that's where it was, in L.A., where he's running down the hallway half naked. He grabs her, he yanks her to the floor. She lays helpless on the ground. He kicks her, he shoves her, he throws a vase at her. He drags her down the hallway. He does all of this stuff. The hotel clearly had the video. They held on for it for quite some time because it happened years ago. And yet somehow, some way, it didn't come to light until this. And then you're showing that to jurors? Jurors see this? After that, every question they ask her, they're going to believe her before they believe him. They can even play the video of him on social media, looking disheveled and contrite and saying that he was real messed up. He was in a messed up place. He had a lot going on. You see it right there. There it is. That's him on social media of his own volition, putting that post out. He's in no position to refute what she says, especially if they confine their questions to her personal experiences. Like if they ask her dates and times and stuff like that, and they could try to get her caught up in all of that, and she gives the wrong answers, yeah, that could be incriminating. But if they're asking her about what she felt like, how terrorized she felt, what the fear factor was like, these are things that you can't police. And it all impacts a jury. This is why I say he's in trouble. It's not just because of the litany of charges. It's not just because it's being brought by the Southern District of New York. It's not just because of those things. It's because the person or people who are incriminating him, especially as it pertains to her specifically, it's not going to be hard for her to be very convincing. It just isn't.
Welcome back to the channel. It's that guy, SoFly, Energy Eli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. So, as you just saw the video of Stephen A. Smith giving a rundown on the whole Diddy case and everything going on with, Cassie, possibly taking a stand and everything that's going to transpire. Fellas, I want to just say, as a man, you have to be accountable for your actions. Where you see P. Diddy in, the situations and things that he's in right now, it's because he wasn't accountable for his actions, because he felt as though he could always get away with it. Money, power, and fame sometimes can go to your head. And fellas, you always want to be accountable for your actions. Even in his apology to Cassie, he wasn't even, it was so half-hearted. It was, I was in a bad position. But that's still not a reason for you to put your hand on a woman. And we can tell from that video that was not his first time. Even though that's the video they showed, that's not his first time putting his hands on her, bro. Or probably a woman for that matter. So as a man, you got to be accountable. It's no excuses, bro. There are no excuses for you to put your hand on a woman. There are no excuses for you to do some of the malicious things that they said that this man has done. But I'm only talking about this certain situation in particular. You have to be accountable. There's no, even in his apology, oh, I was in a bad place, I was effed up, I was just, nah, bro. Nah, the way you hit that woman like she was a dude, bro. And as a man, that's uncalled for. As a man, you gotta be responsible and be accountable for your actions. You have to be accountable for your actions. There's no excuses. Absolutely no excuses. None. No excuses. Be a man. Own up to it. You should have said, you know what? Forget I was in a messed up situation. Yes, that's me on film. Yes, I did this. Even though people still gonna say, yeah, whatever, you are a man, you took responsibility for your actions. So take responsibility for your actions. If you're not where you wanna be in life, take responsibility for your actions that have led you to that point. If you want more things, to grow in order for your life to flourish the way you want it to, take responsibility for your actions. Because nobody's coming to save you. You gotta take responsibility for your actions and your actions alone. So be responsible for yourself and do exactly what you know you're supposed to do. In that video, he wasn't supposed to do that. This is why he's nervous and terrified. This is why he wanted to post bail, because he already knows the skeletons are falling out of the closet and more is gonna continue to be revealed. So fellas, be accountable. If you learn nothing from this situation, like I said, the way we continue to build this channel, listen, fellas, I want you to grow just as much as I grow. If you learn nothing from this Diddy situation, you need to be accountable for your actions. If you're big and bad to be able to do it, you're big and bad to be able to be accountable for your actions, man. Now listen, am I saying people can't change? No, I'm not saying that. Listen, we pray for the brother. But I'm just saying be accountable for your actions, man. All right? Hey, man, nevertheless, once again, my name is TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, I'm out. Believe.